so my name's Alex, and as some of you may or may not know, I am here in South Korea. So I'm in South Korea and I am a teacher in a public school over here as part of the EPIK program, which basically stands for English Program in Korea. And I've been here just over a month now, so I've finally settled, I'm finally in my apartment, I'm finally teaching, and I thought I would make a pros and cons list, as not everything in this world is fine and dandy, and there are definitely some things that aren't so good about this program. However, that being said, there are definitely a lot of things that are very good. That is exactly why I'm here right now. I know when I was applying for this whole process, like videos and blogs and just information online was super important to making me decide to actually want to do EPIK. So I'm just gonna give an honest review of the good things, the bad things, and there's no ugly things in life, so just the good and bad, just the good and bad. However, before we start this video, if you want to follow my journey even more, whether that be life in South Korea, the EPIK program, life as a teacher, just me, then make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe, and if you have any comments, make sure to drop them down below, and I'm more than happy to help anybody out with any questions. So without further ado, let me get to the pros and the cons of EPIK. So we'll start with the pros first, as we love starting on a positive note, and the very first thing that is the pro, maybe the biggest pro of EPIK, is free accommodation. Free accommodation, I know. So this apartment that I am in right now, it's free. It's completely free. So my school is paying for this accommodation, and it's furnished, so it comes with a minimum requirement of a desk, a chair, a bed, a wardrobe, a washing machine, a TV, and everything else that's included has probably been left by other EPIK teachers from previous years. So it's very hit and miss what you get. In my apartment when I got here, so I got all the standard stuff, and the EPIK teacher that was in here before me, she left me a couple of things like bedding, she left me like little bits and bobs, like some coat hangers. Some people get really lucky, so some people got like full length mirrors, some people got like hair dryers, all this, it really depends. It's just luck at the end of the day. However, I did get a toaster, I got a kettle, and I actually got a Bible as well. And I'm not religious, but you cannot chuck a Bible away, so it's somewhere hidden in this apartment, just in case I ever need it. So yeah, I got a Bible as well. The only thing that you have to pay for accommodation is bills. So that's like electricity, gas, heating, and Wi-Fi as well. However, with free accommodation, bills is literally nothing. So honest to God, like, it's one of the biggest things that drew me to this program, because living costs can get very expensive, especially when you're living abroad, especially when you're living by yourself. And I love living by myself. This is like the first time I've lived by myself, and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Okay, the second thing that's a pro of the EPIK program is free flights. I know, free flights. When I came to South Korea, I travelled from Manchester to Frankfurt, and then Frankfurt to Incheon International Airport, and I have not paid for those flights. So I have paid for those flights, but I get reimbursed. And my flight in total for a single fare ticket was £650, and EPIK give you an allowance of 1.3 million won, which is the equivalent of about £800, just over $1,000, and my flight cost me £650. So regardless of how much my flight costs, if it was £650, if it was £800, if it was £1,000, they would still give me the same amount of money. So they've basically given me £150 for free. So like, what the heck? Like, I was more than willing to pay for my flight to South Korea, but the fact that it's actually free, of course, that's like a massive pro of the EPIK program. And when you get it reimbursed, completely depends on like the location you're at. So some people get it reimbursed within the first month. However, I am placed in Daegu, and I get reimbursed after 6 months, so in my August paycheck, but that is more than okay, because that's just free money at the end of the day, because I literally would have paid for the flights myself. So thank you, EPIK. That is a massive pro. So thank you. The third pro of EPIK is I think it is perfect for first-time English teachers or first-time people that are moving abroad to live. And there's a massive safety net with EPIK. So there's a lot of stuff that's done for you and a lot of stuff that helps you along the way. So I personally went with a recruiter. 100% would recommend going through a recruiter because they basically do a lot of the things for you. They help you get your documents, they help you with everything before coming to Korea and help you with a lot of stuff while you're in Korea too. So in total there's about 800 people that moves in the spring intake, so that's a lot of people that are all moving at once, all moving to a new country, so it's a perfect opportunity to make friends. As part of orientation, which I actually made a video about before, so I will link it up above, everyone gets put into either one of two orientations, so there's a good like 400 or 500 people all in the one location. So it's a great place like for the first week to make good connections, find out who's going to your location shoe, and yeah, it's just a good networking opportunity, which I find if you came with a different kind of program, you kind of just get chucked straight in to like your apartment, straight into school, and you don't really know or get to network with anyone. However, EPIK is a perfect way to network with people, find people that match your interests, and yes, that was a big part for me that I didn't really want to feel too lonely when I was over here, and I've made some really good friends, so thank you, EPIK, thank you, thank you. So the fourth pro, this is going to be the final one, even though there is definitely more than 4 pros, is the work day. So this might sound a bit stupid, but my work day at the minute is 8:30 in the morning till 4:30, so I teach 22 lessons a day. Not 22 lessons a day. I teach 22 lessons a week. That's like what? 40 hours. I'm teaching 22 of them. I've got 18 hours of just desk warming and like lesson planning and stuff. Whereas if you went with a different route, for example, like Hagwons, like private schools, you might be teaching longer hours, later hours, and unsociable hours as well. So I personally believe, especially for the first year while you're getting settled, like a 8:30 till 4:30 working day is perfect because it just eases you in. Like I've never had a 9 till 5 kind of job before. However, I am enjoying it, and it's kind of definitely got me more settled, got me into a routine, and it's made the whole transition to South Korea a lot better. Those are some of the pros of EPIK, and there's definitely a lot more, however these are the main 4. Now I'll talk about 4 of the main cons of EPIK, so brace yourselves, brace yourselves. Okay, so the first con of EPIK, this is a new rule, so this is going to be implemented from August, so for the fall intake 2022, it's not affecting me. However, this con is to do with holidays. So I currently get 26 holidays in an academic year, along with red days, like bank holidays, and obviously weekends off. So I get like a decent amount of holidays. So I get about 5 weeks off. However, there's a new rule, like a new labour law that's coming in. Basically, the holidays are going down to 11 days within the year, which is not a lot at all. So if you were to go down the private school route and the Hagwon route, that is the standard, so you would get 11 days holiday. A lot of people went with EPIK because of the 26 days holiday, and it wasn't really on my mind to go with it. It was just like an added bonus, I guess. However, for new applicants, it is going down to 11 days. It absolutely sucks. Like that's a whole 3 weeks of like holiday that you're not going to get. So yeah, that's maybe something you want to consider if you did want to apply for EPIK. If anyone has any questions about it, just let me know, because it's a brand new thing that's coming in for fall 22. So sorry about that. Okay, number 2, you hardly got any choice of your placement. So during the application process, you can put a preference. So my preference was Daegu, and I was super fortunate that I actually got Daegu. Like it's quite rare that people get their preference. However, this is to warn you. So I got Daegu and I was super happy with it. I was like, oh, brilliant, big city, like it's gonna be like Manchester where I lived back at home. I'm gonna be very comfortable there, it's gonna be brilliant. However, I'm literally in the middle of nowhere. Like I'm an hour and a half away on public transport to get into Daegu. So as much as you might be placed in Seoul or Busan or Daegu, if you wanted a city placement, you will more than likely be placed in the countryside. So just keep that in mind. I'm very open-minded with what placement that I had. Like I really wasn't too sad that I wasn't in the city centre. However, if you're someone that like is desperate, like I need to like be in the city centre, like I need to be in the countryside, maybe EPIK isn't that good of a thing because it is basically random. I think you should just go with an open mind because, hey, you're coming to Korea, like you're coming for a whole new experience, and who says it's going to be better like being in a busy, bustling city? Like if anything, being in the rural, you get like a more authentic experience. Like I'm absolutely loving it over here. You've got everything you need. And even if you are in like the most rural part of Daegu, there are still the amenities, there are still other teachers around, public transport is great, so do not worry. But if you are someone that wants a certain place, then maybe the Hagwon route is the option for you because EPIK, you don't get any choice of your placement, so yeah. Okay, so the third con of EPIK is everything being last minute. Oh my god, this was so tedious. I'm basically talking about the application process. Oh my god. So if you can complete the application process, then you can do anything in life. Like moving to Korea and teaching a class is so much easier than the application process. So maybe I'm being a bit dramatic, like it's not that bad. It's just very last minute. So when I originally applied for EPIK, it was in spring 21, and it was so frustrating. So I got like my visa, I got my application, I got my, I didn't book my flights. However, I was very close to. However, literally a week before my planned leaving date, my visa got cancelled because of the whole, you know what's going on in the world with pandemics. Basically, my flight got cancelled. Fast forward to spring 22, just everything is just so slow and so last minute. So my application, I sent it in on the first day that it opened, brilliant. The interview was about a month later, which was absolutely fine. However, getting like your visa and your application, your job contract through the post is a massive waiting game. I literally got my visa, I think, just under 2 weeks before I flew to Korea. So unless I had that like visa in my hand, I was not 100% sure that I was going to Korea. Like I kept telling my friends, I was like, I might be going to Korea in, I don't know, 2 weeks time, but I don't know. And people were like, are you crazy? And I was like, yes, but this is the whole process. I don't know if I'm going, but maybe I am, maybe I'm not. So yeah, it was really difficult to plan. I was really fortunate because I worked in hospitality, so it was very flexible with like 0 hours contracts and everything. However, if you're in a situation where you might have to give like a month's notice for work or 2 months notice or something like that, it is kind of difficult because as much as now like the whole pandemic is slowly fading out, like, and it's more likely that it will happen, it's not 100% guaranteed because who knows what's going to happen, but it's very stressful. But like I said before, once you complete the application process, everything is a dawdle. Like living in South Korea is so easy. The application process is stress. So if you need any help with the application process, please drop a comment down below. And the final con that I'm going to talk about is desk warming. So desk warming is basically the time at your desk when you're not teaching. So like I discussed previously, my contract means that I teach 22 hours in a week, and I've got 18 hours where I've got like lesson planning and desk warming, and sometimes that's like more than enough time. So I've got all my lessons planned, that's absolutely fine. And like sometimes I've got like no time at all, so I actually need more. However, the main problem is when it comes to like summer and winter break. So as I mentioned previously, I get 26 days holiday. However, on days that I do not book holiday, I am required to come into work. So even though school's physically closed, the students aren't in, but I haven't booked a holiday, I still have to come into work. So I still have to be at my desk 8:30 till 4:30, despite the majority of the other teachers not being there. Literally, I will be there by myself. And bear in mind, summer break is in summer, so July, August time. Everyone's having fun, everyone's gonna be at the beach, everyone's gonna be living the best life, especially if you compare with people back at home. But yes, if you don't book holiday, you're going to be at your desk warming. Personally, it's just one of those things that come with the job. Like, it is what it is. I think just what the biggest thing is, just don't compare. Like, you've signed up for this, like it's not the end of the world. Like if you've got your lesson plans done, you can kind of take it easy. Make super fun lessons, like maybe learn a new language. Just make the most of your time desk warming. Like, it's really not the end of the world. So yeah, also it's just really not healthy to compare with like your life back at home because you're so far away. And in the politest respects, like your life back at home really does not matter to your lived experience right now. So comparing your life to people partying or like celebrating or going on a holiday and everything, that's not your reality right now. So yeah, just live in the moment, appreciate it for what it is, and yeah, just maybe learn something new. So yeah, off the top of my head, that is the 4 pros and 4 cons of EPIK. So sometimes people tarnish things in a really good light. Like, EPIK is a really good program, I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't like a good program. Of course, it's good. However, there are things that some people don't realise, some people don't talk about, that kind of do suck, but it's just part of like the job, I guess. All this being said, I am super happy that I chose to come on the EPIK program. If you are a little bit concerned and maybe want to go down the private sector route, like I was totally going to go down that route, like the private sector originally. However, for my first year in Korea, I was just like, you know what, I need a good safety net. I would love the holidays just to explore Korea a little bit more. And yeah, I wasn't too fussed about where I was placed anyway. But if you want to go down the Hagwon route, that's absolutely perfectly fine as well. However, if you have any questions about EPIK in particular, or teaching in South Korea, or just life in South Korea, or just anything about me, be sure to subscribe, like, and drop me a comment. Yeah, I hope this was useful. I will see you soon, and best of luck if you're applying for EPIK, and maybe I will see you one day in South Korea. Adios, amigos. Bye.